Hello. Okay, so this is a question I get asked literally all the time. Is Point or Canva? I think I get this question like 4,000 times a week. Which one do you use to make your printables? So grab a beverage of choice because we're going to break it down into a totally non-overwhelming way, and just talk about the main differences and all that good stuff. All right. So let's get to it. Number one, the big difference between PowerPoint and Canva is that PowerPoint is built, it's built for slides. Technically, it's a presentation software, but it's really built for creating precise sizing, flattening, easy edits. It's just better for all. It's my opinion, but I know that Canva is kind of newer and more exciting. But I can't live without PowerPoint. I have a membership. If you're new here, hi, my name is Beth Ann Averill. I have a membership where I show people how to use PowerPoint to create their educational printables that they can sell on Teachers Pay Teachers. But every single one of the templates that I have and all of the things that I teach you on PowerPoint, but I also have Canva templates for you as well because I know that some people really love Canva just like I really love PowerPoint. But there are a few like big differences. And, I think the biggest deal breaker for me is that PowerPoint is available offline. So you don't have to have internet to use it. And I live in very rural uh, Tennessee. And so I very much need to be able to create things even if I don't have internet. Um, and that's a big deal for me. But with Canva, it's on a cloud and you can use your phone to create. You can use it's more easy to use on the go than PowerPoint is. PowerPoint, I need to be sitting at my computer ready to work to use it, right? So there's that difference. Okay. And then number two, I want to talk about the legalities of PowerPoint versus Canva. Canva's commercial use is pretty confusing. We get questions about it inside the Facebook group very frequently about whether or not you can use Canva to make printables to sell on Teachers Pay Teachers. And there was a time when when Canva was really like wishy-washy about it. So like they were saying it's okay and then they were saying it's not okay, so it depended on who you got in the help desk, and so it was really confusing. They've since come out with help documents that say yeah, we allow it with this in mind. So you have to kind of be careful with um, Canva. You just have to be careful. But also they have these really fun and amazing templates and elements inside Canva, which makes it really, really easy to just use those as a starting point and then create something with them. And I've seen I've seen people get in trouble for that. I've seen people get in trouble for taking, which this needs to be common sense, okay? You cannot just take something from Canva and put it up on Teachers Pay Teachers as is because that is stealing their intellectual property. Canva is full of creators who have made all of those templates and elements. So if you just take them and make them into a one-page printable that's just the clip art, like that's a problem. So, all right. So that's something that you need to be careful with Canva about. And I think it's a lot harder to really know your branding when you use Canva because it's so easy to just fall into what Canva is doing and what they have like in their templates and their elements. Okay. So with PowerPoint, you're starting with a blank screen, which is its own level of challenging, right? Which is why we have a whole bunch of templates. But it can be really challenging to start with that. But with PowerPoint, you have more ownership over it because it's yours. PowerPoint is not a company that's like, in order to use this commercially, they've said on their help desk that you don't have to have like a professional license to use them. You can just have the everyday license, like the I have office and something or other, home and office. You don't have to have like a special, um, monthly monthly. My brain keeps saying prescription, but that's not the right word. You don't have to have a subscription in order to use PowerPoint. And you have to use your own purchase clip art. So you also have a little bit of ownership there, that you might have something that other people don't have, or you might have, like, you're not just using the same group of elements that everybody else on Canva is using. For example, um, and I feel like using Canva's terms, it's like Canva's like, you can, but you can't unless you do, but maybe not. That's helpful, right? Okay, so and then number three, let's talk about speed and efficiency. PowerPoint is faster for long-term usage. So like if you've been familiar with Microsoft, it's very, very common in the teacher sphere to use PowerPoint because it's on all of their computers already. And I remember going through high school and learning about PowerPoint and like how to use it and everything. So it's kind of like, Old Faithful, but when I did start making printables on PowerPoint, I was like, I had no idea it could do this. This is amazing. And I feel like every week or two we get someone who comes in and is like, wait a second, you use PowerPoint? Like, I feel like it's more common than that. It's like every day we have someone who's like, why would you even do that? And then they see it and then they're like, oh, okay. That's pretty good. Um, Canva Canva's really easy for newbies. You can start with a free account. It's really easy to get. It's really easy to get Canva, and it's just on web-based Chrome, or whatever Internet Explorer you're using. And it's super easy to start, especially with social graphics. They make it really, really easy. Whereas Canva, there is a learning curve. There is a learning curve, but that's why I'm here. All right. And then for flattening, it's really easy to flatten. Okay, so the reason you need to flatten is because most clip artists are like, you have to flatten your products in order to use my clip art. So I use a flat pack, which, hold on, let me see. I think I have a thing for it. Flat pack. I will find it. Give me a second. Do. Flat pack. This is what I like to use. I like to use flat pack for my what it just flattens it for you. And then you have other pieces that are not flattened, like if you want to have your text box not flattened, there's a little checkbox you can check that says do not flatten. It's very easy. Canva has its own flattening, but you have to like flatten it and then put it back into Canva in order to put a terms of use that you can click on, which it's just an extra step, but it's really not that hard. Canva, it's just extra steps, but with PowerPoint, you have to buy a tool. So, it's similar. Like, I feel like that's a non. So, my personal recommendation, what I use PowerPoint for my actual products and most of my previews and thumbnails and everything, mockups. But I do use Canva for thumbnails. I use it for any of my marketing, like pin images or posts in my Facebook group. I use that. Um, so it's kind of like using both, like Kroger and Costco. One's fun and one's efficient, or like Target, like maybe, or like Michael's. Michael's and Costco. One's fun and one's efficient, but both have their place and both are like useful in your life, right? Unless you don't go to Michael's, in which you should go to Michael's. It's fun. It's a fun place to go. It's fun. It brings me joy. All right. So hopefully this helps you decide where to start without the overwhelm spiral. Tell me in the comments which one are you using right now, and if you want my cheat sheet for Teachers Pay Teachers, I will link that below. Or not Teachers Pay for PowerPoint. I have a where is it? I have a thing for you below. All right. So yeah, I will see you in the next one.